Bitcoin is about to cross $100,000 price mark, and there are so many reasons behind this. In this video, I'm going to cover all those major reasons why the Bitcoin is crossing $100,000 and why this is going to go further beyond that from here. Let's get into it. Sorry for the interruption, guys. Please, if you like this content and you get any value out of it, please subscribe and like this because it will help my channel a lot. Thank you very much. Enjoy the video. So this all started at the time of election when Trump's victory was announced, and everything, including Bitcoin and all the other crypto assets, went bananas. Why? Because Trump seems to be very pro crypto. Trump, including RFK Jr. and other politicians who were part of the Republican Party, they spoke at Bitcoin conference this year. And one of the Senator Cynthia Lumens, she also spoke at the conference, and she said they're going to propose a bill to create a strategic reserve for Bitcoins. Okay, so US have strategic petroleum reserve, SPR, which Biden was trying to drain to keep the gas prices low at the pump. So similar to SPR, they're going to create a strategic reserve account for Bitcoin. And she claimed that they're going to buy 1 million Bitcoins over the period of 5 years at a rate of 200,000 Bitcoins per year. And they're going to keep it for 20 years at minimum. That will be the 5% of the total Bitcoin supply available in this world. So this bill is now proposed. It's not accepted yet, but imagine once it is accepted, what it is going to do with the Bitcoin price. Just imagine that. Sorry for the interruption, guys. If you are new in crypto and you're looking for an exchange to start crypto journey today, check the link in the description below. I have a link for the Coinbase platform, which will give you $10 worth of BTC for free if you start using my link. Enjoy the trading. Let's get back to the video. Now let's take a look at El Salvador. Okay, they took a bet. They actually moved to Bitcoin Standard 2 years ago, and back then everybody was actually mocking them and laughing at them, what kind of a stupidest decision the country has made, and they put the nation's financial well-being on this cryptocurrency. And there was a dip back then, in Bitcoin price, and everybody was blaming President Bukele that, what kind of a guy is this who's basically betting the entire nation's wealth on this gamble. But now this gamble is paying off well. El Salvador has around 6,000 Bitcoins, okay, on their tender. And at today's price, this is equivalent to $600 million. And they have a loan from IMF, which is close to $80 million, which is nothing now compared to what Bitcoin has done to them. So using Bitcoin price appreciation, they can literally pay off IMF loan and they never have to talk to IMF again. So this is just one example for a poorest nation in South America. They can get out of this debt slavery using Bitcoin. So imagine what other tiny poorest countries are looking at Bitcoin to move into their balance sheet in order to get out of the debt slavery from World Bank and IMF. So El Salvador may not have enough influence on other countries, but if the US decided to create a strategic reserve account for Bitcoin, that will be a massive move for other countries to follow. Think about G7, think about G20s. I'm struggling to understand why the other countries will not follow once the US move and then create a strategic account to hold Bitcoin. I think all the countries will follow, but by then the price would have been multiple folds. So the Bitcoin supply is restricted at 21 million Bitcoins. So the supply is not expanding, okay? But we have to see, where the demand is coming from and how this demand is going to go bananas in the coming days. We know that MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor, who is the CEO of MicroStrategy, they have been on the buying spree of Bitcoin for the last few years. Just past week, they have purchased billions of dollars of Bitcoin and keeping them on their balance sheet. And you saw what happened with the stock price, right? It went straight up to the moon. So if we look at MicroStrategy's claim, he claims to acquire 175,000 Bitcoins per year for the next 3 years. And when we look at the current supply of Bitcoin, around 164,000 Bitcoins are mined each year. Those Bitcoins have to be mined before they can be purchased. It's not like, they're sitting at the shelf and you just go and buy that. Those Bitcoins have to be mined, purchased by the new buyers. And right now, current rate of Bitcoins that are being mined is around 164,000 Bitcoins per year. And MicroStrategy is claiming to buy 175,000 Bitcoins per year for the next 3 years. So imagine if US decided to create this strategic Bitcoin reserve account, and they're going to claim that they're going to buy around 200,000 Bitcoins per year for the next 5 years. What is going to happen with this price movement when we don't have enough Bitcoins being mined? So just think from the maths perspective. This is going to go bananas. Another point of view is, if you look at this chart, this shows you the Bitcoin holdings on exchange, which is declining, which shows you that the actual holder of the Bitcoins are actually not keeping them on exchange. They are keeping them on their hardware wallet off exchange, which means the actual holders are going to hold for long. They're not selling it. If the holders are selling it, where are you going to buy these Bitcoins from? Okay, just understand that this is not a typical stock or a ETF that is sitting around and can be diluted anytime by the issuers. This is a fixed supply asset. And if you're going to acquire them, you have to have a seller around to sell you, or those Bitcoins have to be mined appropriately. If they are not, there's not enough supply to meet the demand. This is going to push the price movement even further. So right now, I cannot even comprehend where this price movement is going to go, because there's so many speculation right now. Some is saying it's going to go $1 million. Some saying it's going to go $5 million. Who knows what's going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years? But one thing is sure, that if the demand is going to explode in the form of these sovereign countries buying Bitcoins to create a reserve account like US, and once the US moves, then all the G7 and G20 countries are going to follow. This is going to happen, guys, because once a biggest influencer country makes a decision to create something that is going to make them financially strong, the other countries will most likely to follow, because there is no alternative of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin supply is limited to 21 million Bitcoins. Anyway, you let me know what you think about that, and what is your thesis about how you're seeing this whole Bitcoin saga is happening in front of our eyes. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Check the links in the description below. There's some stuff available for you. I also send out a weekly newsletter. If you are interested to read about these topics in detail, click on the subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. If you are an investor in the US, in Canada, or in Europe, and you are considering investing into Dubai real estate market, this video is for you, because we have a platform called Stake, which allows you to invest into the residential real estate market and start earning rental income right away without going through a lengthy documentation process or coming up with a heavy down payment. Stake is built upon the concept of crowdfunding. So it is democratizing the entire investment strategy and allows you to own a single unit of the entire investment portfolio. So you don't have to own the entire property, right? You can be part of the pool that can actually own a piece of property, a piece of real estate. So that allows you to start with as low as 2,000 dirhams, and you can slowly ramp up. So as you start investing into it, you can not only own a bit of real estate, but you also get a portion of the rental income on monthly basis. So it's a passive investment strategy, diversifying your portfolio from traditional North American or European markets into Dubai, which is hustling and bustling and growing very fast, and allows you to build your wealth over time. So don't delay. There is a link down there in the description. If you click on this, it will give you free 200 dirhams in your account right away to start with, and you can thank me later.